82. Think, feel, and believe. 82. Yeah, this is So Relax. You for me, Sledged up me. Sledged up me. Sledged up me. Sledged up me. Yeah. Share them and like them. Please. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are the things that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are the things that are running your life. That's you're running your life and you're directing your life towards everything. I mean, this is so great. There's a lot of stuff out there that talks about manifesting stuff, right? Manifesting good things, picturing good stuff in your mind and having visualizations and all the different tools that are out there for manifesting, the things that you want in your life, and whether it be abundance or good health or whatever it is. But you want to know something. It goes much deeper than that because your life is clearly being affected by everything that that you're doing. I mean, there was kind of like a little mantra along with this little recording that I listened to, and I speak. I have abundant health. I have great health. I find all the right things and all the great things that give me abundant and extraordinary health. Right? Think about what you could do with just repeating that and saying that. But the thing about it is you got to be consistent with all of it. It's really easy. Isn't it really easy to be consistent with negativity? Because our lives are pretty much driven by fear and doubt, right? Fear and doubt and worry, concern is what drives most people. The fear of this, the worry of this, the concern of that, and then, being overwhelmed by all the negativity of everything and then not taking action. But still, by the same token, you're still having those thoughts about worries and concerns and doubts and the negativity of everything. And then your life is just being kind of directed by the tyranny of that every day. When by and large, you can switch all of that and you can choose to detach, like we're talking about in the last video, detaching from the outside world. And the outside world made, for me at some point, I wish I would have known this when I was a kid, being able to detach from a lot of the things that I heard from my parents growing up, not that it was, a tyrannical thing, but still, by the same token, knowing this as a child, knowing this as a young person, but wait, we are all children inside. We are all children. Are we not? We refer to the child inside of you. Even though you're an adult, there's still that child that's inside of you. And I commonly refer to that child inside of you as that pureness of who you were, that pureness of who you are before you were influenced by the outside world. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. Mm-hmm. The pureness of who you are inside of you that wasn't influenced by the outside world, that pureness of you, that child inside, that innocence, everybody's got it. You know, I don't think even as adults we can. So I can sit here and talk about, you know, the kids listen to this, teenagers listen to this, young adults, whatever it is. But even as older adults, we're listening to those thoughts. We're doing the same things to ourselves, and you know, changing the directions as adults. I mean, you know, that's. Seems like, you know, when you get to a point and you get older and then you start to realize some certain things, and you start to realize that a lot of the stuff that's been happening in your life is because of how you wish to believe about everything, and then you decide, I don't want to do that no more. No. Ending some of those things, ending some of those behaviors, ending some of those things that you were doing that you were allowing yourself to be influenced by, and ending the negativity and the negative beliefs and everything that was really just one of the things that was just, you know, tearing you down and bringing you down. And you know, it's kind of like the older you get, the more you realize you get tired of beating yourself up, right? You get tired of beating yourself with the negativity of everything like that. And gosh, I tell you, every once in a while I just keep getting posts from this one gal, you know, and she's older obviously, and she's still like, you know, at what point do people finally realize what they're doing to themselves? And, you know, it's like I said, I had this mantra about how I find all the good things and all the great things for abundant health in my life. And, you know, I've kind of had that in my mind. I've kind of had that in my in my vocabulary. Well, not necessarily my vocabulary, but, you know, in my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs for the last few years. And, you know, I'm going to... And over the years, I have just found all the right things and all the great things. And I mean, some stuff that's revolutionary that you're going to find on my website too. And I mean, I haven't even started that video series right now as I'm speaking right now, you know, but I'm going to do it. High octane health habits, you know. So all that great stuff that I've learned over the years, basically by that mantra, you know. What am I trying to tell you here? What do you want? What you must know is that your life is obeying, all right? Your life is obeying the thoughts and the feelings that you have, and where you're taking yourself, and the direction that your life is going from all of those things. And you start to think about that, right? And for the majority of most part, people are driving in themselves in somewhat of negative directions in some fashion or another, in some way or another. People are driving themselves in a certain direction in some way or another. I don't care who you are, you know. But then on the flip side of that, right? The power on the flip side, you know, on the flip side, on the other side, what you could do with the positive affirmations. And it's not just about positive thinking and like positive thoughts. You know, I mean, it's not just about that. It's about what I've been talking about. What I've been talking about in the previous videos. If you're watching these by succession, which you should be watching these in succession, like reading a book, right? You listen to me, and watching these videos in succession, and it's the consistent and the persistent actions of the doing things is when you're going to get a result. It's the consistent and the persistent consistency of a doing thing is going to give you the result. Okay, so, you know, unfortunately, you know, people have been listening to, oh gosh, it's enough to make you want to go bleh. To think about the majority of most people out there are very easily consistent and persistent with the negative things that are going on in their life. You know, they're very consistent and persistent with repeating negativity all the day. They're very consistent and persistent with feeding themselves negativity. We'll just call it negativity. You know, it's kind of on a broad perspective. You know, you could be doing it in many different ways. I mean, you know, there's many different things that you could be feeding yourself, that you could be watching, that you could be looking at, that you could be reading, that you could be doing all these things. You could be listening to, you know, all the blah, 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 blah. all that stuff that's out there. It seems like it's really easy for people to do that. But let me tell you something there, my friend. It's much worth it to stop. And realize the truth in that. And then take yourself in a different direction. I don't care. This applies to everybody who's a human being. Everybody who is a human being. Are you a human being? Of course you are. I'm a human being. Hey, we can be human beings together. Yeah.